Hey guys, I'm Race.
And I'm Ben.
And together we're Synthetic Sports, and this is our 10,000 subscriber Q&A.
Who would have thought? 10,000. Thank you guys. Honestly, it's insane. We're going to answer some of the questions.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. We were at 64 in mid-November, and we're at 10,000 now, so it's genuinely unbelievable. And yeah, we got some questions here from you guys that we're going to answer.
Jiggly Jelly Jaspy asks, when did you become an NBA fan? So for me, I think the first season I watched, like full season, was 2005, 2006. I remember the Blazers were terrible that year, but that was the first season I watched.
Yeah, the first season I watched was the 2008-2009 season. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing for the first 11 years of my life. I was playing basketball. Like, I played basketball when I was that young. I just don't have any memory of watching the NBA. The first memory I have was my dad taking me to a game to watch this little-known player named LeBron James. You might have heard of him. It was the Blazers against the Cavs. The Cavs are wearing those blue uniforms, which are still just the best uniforms they've ever worn. And that is where it all started. That was where LeBron became my favorite player. That's where I fell in love with the sport. That's really where it started for me.
I remember watching that Heat Mavericks series when Dwayne Wade just went off. It's really the first NBA memory I have. And then, like I said, the Blazers just being trash with Zach Randolph. Good times.
I didn't get to live through that. So you know what? Consider me blessed.
You missed out.
I missed out on us going, 21-61?
And then we had the first pick, baby. Took Odin.
Yeah, that just didn't work out very well.
No, it didn't.
So this question comes from Tagu. He says, hey man, I got a question. With success comes sponsors. Do you plan to do a standard ad read or the fun way, i.e. b-ball breakdown or internet historian? We've thought about this a little bit. I think we're going to try to do some fun ad reads. I mean, the last thing you want when you're watching an ad is just feel like someone is just reading something off a piece of paper. So I think we'll try to put our own creative spin on it. I mean, that's what we try to do with our videos. We try to keep them lighthearted. We try to keep them entertaining, the fast editing and whatnot. So yeah, I think we'll try to put our own spin on it.
Yeah, for sure. We always try to keep stuff entertaining. So I'm sure we'll try to make some entertaining ad reads. Nothing specifically planned, but we'll do what we can. We don't want to make it boring. So we'll try to keep everything entertaining for you guys. I love this question. The General Store asks, will Kemba get back to All-Star level? And the answer is hell no.
The answer is absolutely no. Like that ship has sailed straight into an iceberg. That one is gone.
Okay, let's add some context. This question, it looks like it was asked back when we uploaded the Clippers video. That was 2022. So I think Kemba was technically still on a roster at that point.
Yeah, he's cut, right?
Yeah, he got cut by the Mavs, so no shot, unless we're talking about the G League All-Star, Shanghai All-Star. No, he's not getting back to All-Star level.
We wish you the best, Kemba, but it's not happening. I'm sorry. This is from Crafty. What's the song in the intro? I swear it sounds like the theme in Call of Duty Cold War, lol. But on another note, love the content. Well, first of all, thank you for the kind comment. Second of all, you are dead on. It is the multiplayer menu theme from Black Ops Cold War. So, good ear there. You got it right on the money.
Interesting crossover. Cold War to sports? Okay.
I mean, we grew up playing Call of Duty all those years. We got some good memories. I enjoyed Cold War. Cold War's got good music. That's the underrated part of that game. It's got really good music. Vincent
Gaming asks, what do you believe the ceiling is for Shaden Sharp and Keon Johnson? Simons is also very interesting. For Shaden Sharp, it's pretty early to tell. I think he can be an all-star level player for sure. He's just insanely raw, so it depends if he can put it together. Keon Johnson, for me, his ceiling is a decent role player. I don't really expect much. He's decent on defense, catch and shoot three. Simons, finally, I think he's basically at his ceiling. He can get a little bit better, but it's just going to come down to becoming more efficient and stuff like that. I don't think he has a lot to add to his game at this point, but we'll see. He's still 23.
Yeah, I agree with you on Ant. I think he's at or close to his ceiling. Could he get maybe a little bit bigger? Definitely could get better on defense. I think could become a better distributor. I think his offensive ceiling, he's pretty close to it though. 25 points per game. I don't think he's going to be a guy that's going to go get you 30. He's not going to be the best player on a team that makes the playoffs. Certainly not on a championship team. Keon Johnson, I think he can be a really solid 3-and-D guy. A guy who can give you 9 points off the bench, 10 points off the bench, and also play really solid defense. Shade Sharp is the interesting one because in some private conversations with with Ben and some of our other friends, I have said that I think Shaedon Sharpe will win an MVP one day.
You what?
That's probably me just being a homer and me just having a fun time with, you know, this rookie that seems like he's got a lot of promise. But I think his realistic ceiling, like his absolute peak, I think is probably Toronto Raptors Vince Carter. I think that's his absolute peak. I'm not sure he's ever going to hit that.
Yeah, you might want to preface that.
But I think if Shaedon Sharpe maxes himself out, I think he can be Toronto Raptors Vince Carter. Richard Harden asks, who are your favorite role players, past and present? Okay, 2 names come to mind for me. Robert Horry, because good Lord, you want to talk about a clutch shooter. That guy made a living off of hitting big time 3-pointers with the Rockets, with the Lakers, with the Spurs. I mean, if you needed a 3-pointer, they gave the ball to Robert Horry. I mean, he hit a 3 to win game 5 of the NBA Finals over Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, you know, all the players on that Spurs team. He has that iconic game winner that just broke the Sacramento Kings' hearts, so he's definitely one. And another one that I always really loved watching, Tayshaun Prince. I mean, he might, calling him a role player might be stretching a little bit because he was a very, very good player. But Tayshaun Prince, just watching him play defense on Kobe and LeBron in the early to mid 2000s, I always love watching him play.
For me, number 1 has to be JR. I love JR Smith. Again, a guy who could do it all. He had the strap, could get just insanely hot. He can play defense too. Don't disrespect JR's defense. He was huge on that 2016 Cavs team, caught fire in the finals. I love Eric Gordon. The dude was just a bucket. I always felt like he was underrated. I'd love to see him get traded and get another chance on some team. So mainly just those 2 guys, some Blazer guys, Wesley Matthews, of course.
Oh, Wesley, absolutely. The Iron Man.
The Iron Man, of course. PJ Tucker. How could you not mention PJ Tucker? The corner 3, the defense. Just those guys mainly.
Good picks, good picks.
SN10 asks, what are your thoughts on NBA expansion? Thoughts from Adam Silver? Plus, where would be a good place from the NBA, from the team's point of view, as in revenue, sales, engagement, and the fans' point of view? What would be good representation? Fun team to root for? I think Seattle, I mean, that's just so generic, but Seattle needs a team, especially Blazer fans. Like, I would love to be able to drive 3 hours north and just go see a team on the road, like, anytime. That'd be so much fun.
That'd be awesome.
I think Vegas, again, generic, but Vegas needs a team. They have an NFL team. They're kind of coming up as a sports city. I think those are the 2 obvious ones, but those are the 2 teams I'd pick. I also think from a revenue, sales, and all that, those are 2 good teams. So I think that's where the NBA will be going. How they're going to do the divisions and conferences, because those are both on the West, I don't know. But in my opinion, those are the 2 cities they should go with.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with Seattle and Vegas. Those are the kind of the picks that everyone says. So I'm going to try to pick one that is a bit more of a wild card out there. How about Louisville?
What?
They had a team back in the old ABA. They've got great history with the Louisville Cardinals basketball team. They already have an arena, the KFC Yum Center, where the Cardinals play. I don't know. I think Louisville would be a decent place to have an NBA team.
I'd rather see a 3rd team in LA than one in Louisville.
For God's sake.
I would. Louisville?
I just think
Mexico
he asked
City.
in terms of revenue, whatnot, I don't think it would be that great. But in terms of the fans' perspective, like fans' engagement, all that stuff, I think Louisville would embrace an NBA team. I do.
Fine.
Shlomo Weiss says, could you please make a video on the NBA lockout? It probably will happen in the future. We've got a big list of a bunch of stuff that we want to make videos on, a bunch of stuff from the past, a bunch of stuff from the present. The NBA lockout is on that list. When it will happen, I'm not exactly sure because we've kind of got our schedule booked out for, a month and a half. And we have some other videos that we want to do before we would do an NBA lockout video. But I think it'll happen in the future.
Yeah, for sure. I think we could easily do like a longer video on the NBA lockout. I think that's a great idea. So look out in the future. Short term, like I said, we have so many ideas in the pipeline. So probably not short term, but within the next year, I'm promising it, we'll have an NBA lockout video. Lava Claw 4, outside of biasness, who has the coolest colors and logos in the NBA? That is a good question. I don't want to go like basic, but like the Lakers, they've just been the same classic for all these years. Those throwback Utah Jazz jerseys, the purple ones go hard as hell. The old Raptors jerseys, the purple ones go hard as hell. I don't know, that's what comes to mind off the top of my head. Do you have anything?
I'm looking at the modern NBA logos, and I don't like most of them. Too many damn circles.
That's what I'm saying.
I would say the one that I've always liked a lot, though, is the Heat logo. You know, you got the basketball on fire going through the ring, which symbolizes the hoop. I can tell you which one I hate, though, is the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, that one sucks.
I'm sorry, every time I look at it, I just see Pac-Man. I don't see a hawk. I just see Pac-Man. I see red Pac-Man.
I still think the Timberwolves might have the worst modern designs. Because, the Timberwolves, did it say current? I think it might have said current, or it just says outside of biases. The old Timberwolves, like the 2000s Timberwolves.
Oh, the old Timberwolves is so good.
Those are the best ones. I would give it to them, but the modern Timberwolves sucks. So current teams, it's tough. I don't really know. I don't like a lot of the current jerseys, so I would just pick a team like the Lakers or the Celtics because they're just classic and you never have to change them.
Honestly, I've dunked on this team quite a bit in some of our videos. I really like the Knicks logo.
Thank you. Of course, it's the Knicks.
I don't like the team, but I like the Knicks logo, so I'll give them that. Darren Reed asks, you wanted comments? Okay, Messi or Ronaldo? It's Lionel Messi. It's undeniably Lionel Messi. He just won the World Cup. He's still playing at a high level at PSG, and Ronaldo is playing at Saudi Arabia. It's over. It's done.
He's the GOAT. There's no debate. It's Messi, the kid from Rosario. Lionel Messi. Nothing else to say.
Messi won the World Cup for Argentina while Ronaldo was sitting on Portugal's bench. It's over.
He's still getting a bag, though, in Saudi Arabia.
Sure he is, but he's not getting any more trophies in Europe. Like, if Messi hadn't won the World Cup, it's closer, but Messi just won the World Cup. He did the one thing that both he and Ronaldo hadn't done yet. So
he got it done.
They're close, and now Messi gets this huge new accolade to put on his resume. I can't ignore that.
No Real Rain said, how big is the team that makes this channel's videos? Well, you're looking at them. The two of us, that's it.
It's just us two. We do all the writing, all the editing, all the thumbnails. That's why we only upload once a week. These videos take time to make.
We make the own music in the background. We cook those up in the lab.
No. We don't do that.
Yeah, we do not do that. That's just no copyright synthwave. But yeah, it's just us two. Like, we'd love one day to get to like 2 videos a week or like just do more stuff. We want to start streaming soon. So comment if you guys would tune in for those. That'd be awesome. But in the meantime, we're going to stick to 1 video a week, make sure that gets down and everything. And then we'll expand more from there. I don't know about adding more people. I don't think we're really interested in that at this moment, but we're trying to put out more content, but it takes a long ass time to make these videos. We try to make them as good as possible. So for now, it's just the 1 video on Fridays, if you guys haven't realized by now.
We're gonna get comfortable doing the 1 video on Friday, because there's still a lot of weeks we run up against the deadline.
Yeah.
That Friday 8 a.m. deadline. A lot of weeks we run up against it. So we're gonna get comfortable doing that first, before we, think about trying to expand. And our final question comes from Hamlet. No, I'm not trying. Not even gonna try. Great video. Great video yet again. For the Q&A, I have 2 questions. Once the NBA season is over, do you see yourselves mainly shifting towards other sports content, or do you have ideas for NBA history style videos? Second question is, how do you feel about the Celtics this season? I see minimal buzz for the first seed so far. Well, I can answer the first question. We'll probably keep doing NBA history videos in the offseason, and we'll do NBA offseason videos. I mean, we're going to have free agency, we're going to have trades. There's a bunch of stuff that we can do in the NBA offseason. We might try 1 or 2 other sports videos. If you look at our channel, we have some videos about, college football and some other stuff. So if there's an idea that really comes to us about another sport, we might experiment and see if it works. But definitely NBA history videos over the offseason. And Ben, you want to take this one about the Celtics?
The Celtics, I'm a Celtics hater. I'll admit it. Cannot stand the entire city of Boston, so I'm sorry if you're from there. But I think the Celtics, minimal buzz in many people's eyes, they're the favorites. The reason why you haven't heard a ton of hype is because this is what they're supposed to do. They're doing what they're supposed to do. It's more so a respect thing on anything. The reason people aren't freaking out is because no one's surprised. Tatum's been playing insane. Jaylen Brown, that 1-2 punch. And it's just a deep roster. I think they're the favorites to win it this time. I think them against the Bucks is going to be a great series again if that happens. But they're the favorites. That's why.
Yeah, I think it also has to do with, it's just a curse of being a team that doesn't have one of those big marketable superstar players. Jason Tatum is obviously one of the best players in the league, but he's not exactly marketable. He's not LeBron, he's not KD, he's not Steph, he's not Kyrie. He's not a guy, well, he is in terms of his talent, but not in terms of his...
he's more marketable than Kyrie at this point. Maybe not the other 3 guys.
Maybe Kyrie. Okay, yeah, fine. I get that. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of just how the NBA news cycle works. You know, even a team as good as the Celtics in a big market. I mean, it's not like Boston's a small market, but if you don't have a player that's like super marketable, then you're just kind of not going to be talked about. I think it's a good thing, honestly, the fact that they're not talked about every day. You know, they don't have criticism flung at them every day. They can just kind of fly under the radar, play good basketball, develop team chemistry. They don't have this avalanche of media criticism on them like a team like the Knicks does, for example. So if you're a Celtics fan, I don't know if you are, but if you're a Celtics fan, I wouldn't pay attention to what the media is saying. Just focus on your team, just focus on getting better, and focus on going into the playoffs as the best team you can be. So that's all the questions we got today. Once again, we just want to say thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. It still is unbelievable, all the support we've been getting on our recent videos, and just for everyone that's joined us so far, even if you liked, disliked, watched the video, subscribed, whatever, you know, thank you. It means the world to us, truly.
Yeah, I remember when we put out that bubble video, and like we had like 5 comments, and like people were saying just like keep at it, you guys are gonna like blow up a ton, and we had like no subscribers back then. We put out like 50. And we were just so happy to get those comments, and then now in every video we get some good comments, so we appreciate them. We literally read all the comments, even the people that if they don't like the video or something, we'll still read it. So thank you. If you leave your comment, we're going to read it. Even if we don't react, we'll see it.
Thanks again, guys. We'll see you around. And don't forget to subscribe to Synthetic Sports. Hey guys, just wanted to thank you all again for 10,000 subscribers. It's been a crazy few months, and Ben and I couldn't be more appreciative of all the support we've gotten. It truly means the world to us. If you enjoyed our Q&A, consider leaving a like on the video, because we would super appreciate it. And if you enjoy basketball content, why not check out one of the fine videos on your screen right now? One last time, thank you guys. See you on Friday.